Hey, family. Welcome back, Mr. Frederick. Another good word for you guys. You want to understand that before you have your breakthrough, let me make sure I say this right. Before you have your breakthrough, be it spiritual, material, mental, physical, when you improve yourself, when your eyes are open, when you are just elevated to another level that you've never been on in your life. Before that happens, let me let you guys know that there's going to be a period of time in your life where you're praying and you're getting on your knees and asking the Lord and everything, and you don't feel like nothing's happening, okay? You feel like the well is run dry. Everybody else around you see, it's like, wow, what's going on with me? You don't feel that assistance, right? But know that well is empty. And at that time, actually, what's going on is it's going to fill up with something else, okay? When the negativity leaves, when the explosion happens, there's going to be residue. There's going to be something that comes about after that. It's going to be filled with something different, okay? So a lot of times you have to destroy the old in order to get the new. And that's when you know something's about to break through for you. When you get to that lowest point and you think no one can hear you, you don't even feel like you have the Most High's help sometimes, or not to the degree of what you feel you should have at that time. And that's when your breakthrough is coming. Because you have to understand that you have to lose in order to win. Understand what I'm saying, family? You cannot be afraid to lose and expect to win. They go hand in hand. I think it was Michael Jordan said, I missed more shots, missed more game-winning shots. I missed all of these. I can't remember the exact number, but losing teaches you how to win, okay? So you can't be afraid to lose. You can't be afraid to stand on what you believe in this life. You only have one life. You're either going to live it for someone else, you're going to live it for yourself. Now, if I lose at something, I'd rather lose living it for me. I'd rather lose making my own decisions than making someone else's decisions. I'd rather go to Vegas and bet on myself, okay? That's me. I'd rather bet on myself. If I crap out, so be it. It's a learning experience. But I don't want to crap out because I listened to someone else who was not me, who had not had to deal with the things I've had to deal with, who was not there those dark, lonely nights when, you felt like you had no one and you had to come up with solutions. You had to go to God, just you and God, and find a way out, okay? A way to that peace, a way to that hope. There's no one with you. It was just you and God. So you can't, after I've gone through that by myself, the worst times in my life, having to deal with those things, you can't be in a physical form and come up to me and tell me what's good for me. You weren't there. You weren't there, so that's just the way it goes. You weren't shooting with me in the gym. And, so when I get these wins, you daggone right I'm enjoy them. You daggone right I'm going to scream the praises of the Most High. Almighty, yes. I'm going to have joy. I'm going to be exuberant. I'm going to sing, rap, talk, whatever I need to do. because I didn't have to make it out. You understand? The enemy didn't have a plan for me to make it out. The enemy planned for me to completely be destroyed. They use people to go against you, to betray you, stab you in the back, lie to you, lie on you, whatever. They use whoever and whatever they can. He uses to get to you when your heart is right and you got that light. So when you've seen that happen and you've seen, the enemy jump into different people to go, it's like, what? Why? Not you. Yeah, you. And you survived that? Man, come on. Please. What are you going to tell me? I couldn't even pick up the phone and call you. And you going to tell me something? You got to be kidding. I tell you, man, if you listen to people in this world, they have your mind all over the place. You better listen to you and God. Unless someone is speaking out of testimony like I am, now telling you what to do, they're telling you their experience. You do with that what you want. And that's my style of speaking, coaching, training. I know everything's not for everybody. I'm not for everybody, okay? And that's just perfectly fine with me. I never wanted to be for everybody. Never tried to be for everybody. I couldn't be this free and this open in my thoughts and my speech and my walk. I just couldn't be me. God didn't make me like that. He didn't make me dress like everyone else. He didn't make me, sound like everyone else. Walk like, no. He made me to stand out and to be a leader. That's what I'm made to be, and that's what I am. So I think the best form of leading is by example. And everyone's not going to identify. It's not going to resonate with everyone. But it's not meant for everyone. It's meant for the right people. I don't listen to everyone and it hits. Some people I listen to and I'm like, yeah, I could get with that. I understand that. I definitely relate to that. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to use that. Because we're all a part of the collective consciousness, There's nothing new under the sun. So when we get these messages, we get them from different people, different places, different times. Like, I might have a message that you give me that I received 10 years ago, and I didn't get it. But you give it to me now, totally get it, because my life. It's like songs, when you're a kid, you hear, they smile in your face all the time, trying to take your place, those backstabbers. And you hear it, and you're like, that's cool, that's a cool song, I can get with it, I like that. You like the beat, but you're not even listening to the lyrics. They smile in your face all the time, want to take your place. All the time, want to take your place. Those backstabbers. And you live it. You get older, you live it. Not just once, twice, 3 times a lady. You live it. You see it. You survive it. You navigate around it. So the way you move is unconventional, and people don't understand it. They're like, oh, well, why were you not faithful to such and such? And maybe you didn't go about it the right way. I'm not saying I've always done everything the right way. I'm not God. I'm just a man. But if someone is being 50 with you, you really gonna be 100 with them? Come on. You have 2 options, okay? Now, if you talk to the Frederick today, I'll just leave. I'm out. Maybe in yesteryears, I'm like, okay, this is what it is. I'm going to be like this too. And that's the cycle of sin that you get caught in. Dealing with individuals that you can't be right with because they ain't right with you. And sometimes in our life, we just go with that and we mirror it. We're like, okay, this is what it is. I mean, this is what I gotta be. This is what you're gonna be, and you live like that. And you're literally trapped in a cycle of sin. Someone's being dishonest to you. You've been dishonest to them. It's a big circle. But then you get to a point where you realize that doesn't resonate with your spirit any longer. You grow spiritually, And you say, I don't want that. I want to be honest with people. I want to be a better man. And you start walking closer to God, and you can't live like that any longer. And people might not understand that. They're like, oh, this person was nice. Why didn't you? It ain't for them to understand. Again, they're not with you in those nights, those quiet nights when you're crying out to God. They're not with you. Like I said, you can't even call them. So who cares what they think? It's you and God. And I'm always going to preach that. Listen to your spirit. You cannot win until you lose. I could not have gotten to this point in my life, this thought process, this amount of faith, this amount of dedication, work on myself so I can help others. I could not have ever in the world, there's no way I could have got to this point in my life without losing, without going the wrong way, teaching me how to go the right way. Do I have shame in that? No, not at all. I believe God has a plan for everyone. God has a process. God has a path for everyone. And it's individual. We all have our own time. You can't avoid it. He's going to put you through certain things. So you're going to have to go through it to get to it. Okay? There's no way around it. And the greater the calling, the greater the mission he has for you, the more people he wants you to affect, the tougher it's going to be. You'll have so much opposition and people betraying you, and man, you'll be like, wow, I can't catch a break. But all along, God is sharpening you. He is preparing you. He is toughening you up. He's making you able to be on your own. He's making you able to say no to the wrong people. He's purifying you from all of these afflictions and all of these addictions. You don't even know it at the time. But that is what he's doing. He's giving you that tough skin. It might have been tough when you was born, but he's making it even tougher. Every trial, everything that you overcome, the Lord is making you tougher. Again, you can't win without losing. The greatest champions have lost. I always reference Muhammad Ali. He wasn't undefeated. Mayweather might be undefeated, but in my book, he's not the GOAT. Muhammad is the GOAT for several reasons. I mean, we could just start with just the fact that, man, who was talking like that at that time with that platform? No one. No one on that stage with what he had to risk. No one was doing what he did. He said, I'm pretty. I'm pretty. And it was nothing wrong with that, because that was not the image that the powers to be wanted to portray. He didn't care. He said what he knew. See, sometimes God will put people in the world that have not only the ability, they have the conviction, and they have the anointing. They have the platform, all lined up perfectly. Put them in the world at that time for a specific reason. And they just do it. It's not scripted. It's just natural. It's off the rip, off the top. That was him. Like people say, oh, he was ahead of his time. No, he wasn't. He was right on time. Because that's what those little boys at that time needed to hear. And guess what? The little boys and girls now need to hear it. And they could just put it in YouTube and listen and see somebody look just like them. Smart, intelligent, handsome, charismatic. Hey, don't apologize for that. Especially when it's not celebrated or the powers that be, that's supposed to be the norm. No, you're supposed to walk in it. God gave it to you, you use it. You know, and everything happens the way it's supposed to. He lost, and he came back and beat most of the people. The one I think he didn't, I think Mike Tyson came back and handled him later. Just what it is, family. You know I love boxing, guys, so you can't lose. You can't win till you lose. The greatest winners had to lose. So remember that. Peace.